Hello scholars, welcome to Warframe Academy. Today we are with SubHimOutCoach here in the interview stand.
What is up?
How are you doing today?
Fantastic, brother. This is awesome. Thank you very much for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you. So, I got introduced to you through another creator. Obviously we all know him, we all love him, Senator Dongo. He shouted you out one time, checked you out on a whim, and here we are. Content's amazing, by the way.
Thank you. That man will be our president in 2028. You guys mark my words now.
I believe it. I fully believe it. Yeah. So if you don't mind introducing yourself to the people at home who are watching this, just give yourself just a little rundown about you and your content.
Hello, everybody. I'm Coach Sub, whatever you would prefer. I've been streaming Warframe for a little over 5 months now. I was a variety streamer beforehand. I was struggling to find a community where, this is like a very competitive business, and I was just trying to find somewhere to build a family. And my buddy he sent me an Aroxia video. He's like, check this out. I was like, what the hell is that, brother? And I just was hooked. And I just played 5 months ago, started it, told my Discord a weekend. I was like, guys, I'm sorry. We're full-time Warframe for time being. And that was legitimately 5 months ago. We have not looked back. The community has been a culture shock. I come from PvP games and whatnot. So we live together, being embodied by the community, not just the devs, has just been a whirlwind of just amazing energy. You know what I mean? And I've just been, an underdog, learning a lot because this game is deep, and I just focused on having a good time. That's all I could do. I just make sure everyone can smile at the end of the day. I don't bring my personal stuff, and I just want everyone to have a good time.
It's amazing, thank you. And yeah, you've hit on a lot of things we're going to be covering today about the depth of Warframe and how crazy the community. So it's going to be a really good one today.
5 months in, everybody. I don't have a Kavat. I don't know anything of the Sisters of Parvos, and I just stuck my first Coda Lich last week. So we're learning.
Well,
we're learning.
Well, I'll confess for you live here and now. I am 7, 9. How long ago was 2017? 9 years ago.
9.
So I still don't have a Predator site. To this day, I have never done Deimos.
What?
I
never done.
I made a Necromech and I got to rank 3 with the Intrates, and then I just stopped doing it.
Did you get your helmet? Right? You get helmet at level 3?
Yeah, I got helmet.
Okay, then, yeah.
I literally leveled up enough to get my helmet from Sun, and then went, I don't care.
You don't have invigorations.
Oh no, I have invigorations. I bought them with Plat, but I have invigorations.
Okay. Yeah, then I understand. I have a lot of people against the standing grind.
Yeah,
I get it.
So
that slander will not be tolerated. We're gonna get everyone in the standing grind.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I have every other syndicate to rank 5. It's just the Intrates. I cannot stand the token farming system. It's not for me.
They made it a little bit better recently.
Yes.
But yeah, it is tedious.
Yeah, they reworked it.
It gets a little tedious. A lot of it does. I feel like that's kind of the game, but that's also the cool part about it. You could just switch between so much stuff.
Yeah.
Once I get bored of one thing, it's all right, we're gonna go do something completely different now.
And that is the magical Warframe, is that it's just a never-ending list of fun shit to do, right?
Yes. I'm not good at building, but putting together a build is such a when you put a weapon, a frame together, and you just start ripping through Steel Path.
Yeah.
I just feel like a mad scientist. I just put together something of incredible achievements.
It's many people say that Steel Path is where the tutorial kind of ends, because that's the Steel Path star chart is where you really get into the bits and bobs of Warframe. Would you agree with that? So more or less.
Yes. I had somebody guide me, a good start. When I started for a month or two, and he had he had made me so scared of Steel Path
Yeah.
to the point where like I did not want to try it. And then, like, lo and behold, I tried it one day. I was like, I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah.
And holy crap, it was like legitimately like I just myself had run into a brick wall.
Yes.
And I was like, what is this? So yeah, it felt like I didn't know anything about the game at that point. It felt like I legitimately did just complete the tutorial.
Yeah, it's like you go back to Earth Prime, that very first exterminate mission for the first time after so long, and you go, this will be easy. I'm one-shotting motherfuckers left, right, and center, and then you find a single grenade lancer and they just can annihilate you.
Brother, I couldn't do damage. I think I was using Valkyr. And I couldn't do damage, everybody. That's bad. That's very, very bad.
Absolutely crazy. So you say you were Oh, sorry, you first.
No. It's just I was gonna say, yeah, it was definitely a tutorial. The whole base star chart, and I always looked at everyone and was like, that's not. What are you saying? It's a fucking tutorial. That is the tutorial.
It's bad. So, you say you're a variety creator before Warframe. So what games did you like cover then?
Marvel Rivals, I've always had a love for. I mean,
Yeah.
Marvel is a big key to that. I just have always loved Spider-Man and all those characters.
Yeah.
I was doing a lot of Path of Titans, if you've ever heard of it.
I've heard of it.
It's a PvP dinosaur game.
Yeah.
But you'd be surprised, like, the stories. Like, I would be stream sniped for hours on end. Like, hours. Like, they would not give it up. It's like, it was just like, competitive games or PvP games. Like, a lot of toxicity comes from that. And like, I was just trying my best to avoid it. And let's see what else. It was Path, Marvel Rivals, and I think that was really the two games I was bouncing before Warframe.
Okay, yeah, sure.
And Ark Survival. Holy crap.
Oh yeah, Ark Survival Evolved.
Yeah.
Yes, an absolute.
I was huge in
relic.
Ark.
What
That game.
That used to be such a titan of the industry before it just. That I guess they just forgot that you need players to have a game.
Well, I never got the privilege to play Evolved. I only got to play Ascended. But from my knowledge, they just took Evolved, remastered it, said we need your money, and then like they've like for years now just not released the full game in Ascended. So they just they forgot like the community. That's one of the things DE does. Like, I've only been here for 5 months, but they like legitimately take care of us. And like, I don't know, I've never seen devs love the game and community like this. It's crazy.
I mean, there's a reason that we all call Rebecca Ford Space Mum. She does take care of us, bless her.
Yes, that's our space mother. Yes.
So, did you find that like sort of like your streaming habits and like your routines in your chat changed a lot when you went into Warframe content?
Oh my gosh, everything. Like, I was always positive and upbeat. I was very nervous at the start of Warframe because I don't it's a very deep game. You have to learn a lot. But everyone was just so like this, and you like it wasn't. I wasn't overwhelmed in a bad way. Like, it was like everyone was overwhelming me with love. They were like, all right, like, we'll help you. We're gonna like. They held my hand the perfect amount. Like, there was no progressive help. Like, they didn't progressively help me with like equipment and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, I turned gifting off. My buddy made me fully aware of like how that could be turned against me later on. But like, they just knowledge and guided me, and I soaked it like a sponge.
Yeah.
And everyone was just so positive and uplifting, and that is just the opposite of what, like, I had some really good people come from like those PvP games, don't get me wrong. But like the general experience was just more towards the negative side, and everything over here was positive. I've only had 2 negative experiences on Warframe out of
crazy
5 months, and it was trading. Like, it was just traders,
as always.
So I didn't really. It was just like I just scuffed at it and just moved on. It wasn't deep.
Yeah, I get that.
Nothing to make me upset.
It's just learning experiences, isn't it? It's just, so there are bad apples. They're just much rarer than in other communities.
Yes. 97%, 98, 99% of the community, you know what I mean, has been just nothing but positives.
Yes.
that one fraction is not going to change my outlook on it for sure.
So what put Warframe like on your radar then?
My buddy Defiant, you know,
Okay.
he saw me struggling with my just like with the games and how like the stream sniping was going, and
Yeah.
he said he you know, he just sent me a video of Aroxia.
Yeah.
And I think it was just a like teaser trailer or something.
Yeah.
I love Spider-Man. I was like, who the hell is this Spider-Woman? And why is she so badass? I was like, what game is this?
Yeah.
And I tried Warframe back in like 2017 and just got stuck on Cetus
Yeah.
and couldn't get off and didn't know what to do, and I just got pissed and never uninstalled.
Yeah, like from what I've heard, the Plains of Eidolon update really did that for a lot of people because Warframe didn't have any open world nodes until that point, and then that was like the first like huge expansion in the game, like playstyle wise. And a lot of players who hadn't played the game at all then got on and got stuck on the Plains of Eidolon, and they thought, "Oh, is this the game? Are we? Like, is this what we're doing now?" And then they just turned it off.
Console back then was so bad with loading times.
Yeah.
I got stuck trying to go in, and like my game would crash, and I just never really gave it a fair shot.
Yeah. Yeah, because I myself started Warframe in roughly 2017, and obviously I never really put it down for like more than a few months at a time since then. But like, it's crazy that you're coming back in with Isleweaver, and I remember as far back as Octavia's Anthem and being like, holy shit, like worlds have changed. It's, you know, it's really easy to live in a bubble when it comes to Warframe.
I actually just saw a video recently of the old star chart, and like it was like, I don't know, it was like it was a really quick short on TikTok, and they just showed like old Warframe.
Yeah.
How'd you guys do it? That looks crazy.
It was, so I played the so it was like, oh my god, it was like Star Chart 2.0, I think it was called. So that was like Star Chart 1.0 when we had like the old navigation and stuff. That's when my best friend Mr. Dydramel started playing. He remembers when you used to have to pay plat to get revives in missions. It was insane.
Somebody told me that. Yeah, the game has evolved quite a good way.
Yeah, but thankfully I've only played with the version of the Star Chart that we have now. But like a very early version of that Star Chart, if that makes sense.
Yes, so just a very early version of this current Star Chart, and not that old one that I saw, because that looked crazy.
It's scuffed as hell.
The revive system, everything, I don't know. Like, I'm glad I gave it another shot, because the game is just giving me so much in such a short time.
So
I'm just grateful.
So did it take it doesn't sound like it did, but did Warframe take like a while to click, or was it just like you just hit the ground running?
2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks. I just didn't know what I was doing. And then it just, boom, everything started clicking. It was so weird.
So what was that moment for you? Because everyone has like a moment where they go, "This is it."
I think someone was explaining mods to me.
Yeah.
And they explained, I think we were just going over like the elements and whatnot, and like how to make viral and to make corrosive and everything. And then like I think someone was like, make viral now. And I did it. And like my I was like, and right there it's just like, okay, it's like everything, like I just started remembering from there, and everything just started making sense. And I started remembering like the 1 through 8 polarity and how it all, you know, because like before I was just throwing, as we all were just throwing stuff on there.
Yeah.
Or as the great Senator Dongo, we're auto installing.
Yeah, we're just auto installing it, getting out on the track and going, why is it not good? What's happening?
So it was like a couple weeks in, I learned how to mod a gun properly.
Yeah.
And then I won't lie, like a lot of people like were sending me builds, and like I was just kind of going off that. But then like a little later, I was like, I don't want to be a copy pasta kind of streamer. Like this doesn't, like that's not. I want to be as original as I can.
Just like,
so like just cop.
Yeah, just like avoiding net decking builds and stuff.
Yeah, like literally just copy and pasting. Like I just don't want to. Cause like no one, like, cause now I don't understand it. I don't know anything that's going on. I just know I'm strong now and what abilities to use. You know, like I want to understand what complements what and why this instead of this. And I just want to know.
Yeah.
I want to learn.
That's really good, though, because a lot of people are really, happy with just going, oh, well, this YouTuber said to use this build, and I don't know what makes it good. And I've had to buy half of these mods online, but it works, and it's like, no, if you learn the building blocks, then yeah, you can make builds for yourself, you can develop your own, like, unique modding style and stuff as well.
It's a sense of achievement that comes with it. You just feel so good. It's like, holy shit. Like, I put together my Uriel and took him to a level cap, and the sense of, like, just, I was like, I did that. You know, it was so much better than any other of the things I achieved so far on the game.
Yeah.
It felt really good.
That's really good. That's really good to hear. So, with, like, integrating into, like, Warframe streaming, have you found that you've had, like, a lot of the Warframe community sort of, like, interweave with the community you had before? And, like, do you feel like you've been embraced by, like, the wider Warframe community?
So, like, I don't think... It was rough coming over. I struggled. I didn't spike in growth until recently.
Yeah.
And it's still, like, a shock to me. But, like, I came over to Warframe, like, to 10 to 20 average. And I had a lot of help from a lot of different creators. And I, like, was 100% embraced by a wider... To me, I didn't even... So, like, just the other day, we were running ESO on stream. And someone, like, in all caps was like, Coach, what's up? In, like, squad chat. Because I went in with a friend and it was two randoms. And, like,
yeah,
I'm an emotional guy. Someone's excited to see me. To me, like, I'm immediately assuming, like, is this person... Like, am I growing to an extent where, like, this person... has heard of me, and like lo and behold, she comes in a stream, and like yes, like that was the case, and like that such a surreal moment.
Yeah,
very surreal.
Yeah, I had that. I was in Dongo's Discord, and I was just because I like to interact with all like sort of the community. I really enjoy being part of the community. And that's the majority of what I do with Warframe at this point. And someone added me on Discord, and I got like a random friend request, and I went, oh, it's probably just like some spam bot, art bot. Oh, I've got something to sell you. And it was like someone saying, oh my god, are you a Dongo watcher as well? I love your Warframe videos. And I was telling my husband, like, I've been recognized. It's happened.
It's a very good feeling. It just feels like everything that we're working for, you know, like even if it's one person, like that recognition just goes a long way.
Oh yeah,
we're working.
Sure. And obviously, I say the terms niche internet micro celebrity with a massive, like, you know, that's like, was it like totally self-deprecating because it's absolutely not what I am personally. But you know what I mean. You get hit up for the first time and you're like, what?
It's yes. No, I completely understand. It's a very. I held it together.
It feels like you've made a ripple in the ocean and it's finally come back to you.
A couple weeks ago, I was ready to, for the better of it, like give up. You know, like I've been doing this for a long time, and you know, going through so many like games and trying to find that like family was when the last game didn't work, when it felt like it was really going to. It was just this, you know, I just kind of wanted to, and then Warframe and his community was just like, nope. No, we're not doing that. And everyone I've met along the way, like I just couldn't imagine.
Yeah.
I thank everybody every day because like they thank me. Like I don't think anyone truly understands how grateful I am for them.
Yeah, and that is like such a like Cinderella story with the Warframe community. I made YouTube videos prior to making Warframe content as well, and like I made like compilation videos of me and my friends just playing video games together and being like, wow, we're having fun, haha, we're so funny. And then I think I did like 100 views on one video at most, and I was like, wow, that's crazy, wow, 100 views. Started making Warframe content, thousands, instantly. Like my mastery video did like 3.2k, and it was like, what's happened? Who are these people?
That sudden spike just gives you that energy to keep going.
Yeah,
and that's good. You can't stop. Cannot stop. Consistency is the biggest thing in this.
Yeah, for sure. So, Are there any particular Warframes or loadouts that you've like developed an affinity with?
Valkyr. Oh man, I don't know. Like I don't use her one anymore because like to min max, you kind of need to get rid of it, and I level cap with her a lot.
Yeah.
But her one sold me. Like I just loved it. She's just for a beginner. She's very like not. She makes it very easy. You know, kind of like Wukong as well with the extra life and whatnot, and like they're just more beginner frames. And I just definitely built this love towards her. It's just like she's just so badass.
Yeah.
I just love the melee. It gets boring. You know, I can't play her every day all day.
Yeah.
Melee gets very, very boring. But yes, Valkyr is my favorite by a long shot.
I mean, that's really good to hear. Valkyr is a Warframe that gets slept on very hard.
It's too hard, brother.
I can actually...
And then, like, it's either she gets slept on or she gets called OP.
It's really weird because she had that rework recently. I'm not sure if she got that rework before or like during your playtime with her. I can't remember how long ago it was.
No, I did not. I've been told about it, but I did not get to play it.
People lost their minds when like her passive was changed and stuff. People were like, she's unplayable now. They've ruined her, and it's like I don't know. I feel like the Valkyr mains are gonna find a way to play her, even if she was like absolute garbage. Realistically,
is she better now? In your opinion?
So it was like a lateral rework. So I think she's better now. But she isn't exactly the frame she used to be, if that makes sense. They didn't make her old abilities better, they just moved things around a little bit. Because, like...
Okay, that makes sense.
You used to be able to get infinite invulnerability with her, like, constantly you could just, like, chain, keep her invincible. Right. But now you actually have to, like, work for it, which people were like, oh my god, Valkyr's not free anymore.
You just have to stay moving.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, me and you know that. Like, you just gotta stay moving and keep that charge above, I think it's 150?
Yeah. Besides, Revenant's still in the game. If you want to stay invincible forever, just keep spamming Mesmer skin.
Dante, Rhino. I mean, there's a couple frames that make some invulnerability pretty easy.
Yeah, even like in Aros, he can't die. You can like he has his own built-in last gasp. Like it's so silly. But no, like I really enjoyed her rework. She's still good pre-rework, so you're not like missing out on like, oh, I missed Valkyr in a prime or something. You know, it wasn't that serious. People just hate change.
Yeah, I could see that.
So
she's a spinning Beyblade that spins through rooms for me. I don't see how anybody could dislike her.
And her heirloom skin is fantastic. What a good skin.
Better than Embers.
I fully agree. I love the 2 sets of cat ears she gets on her heirloom skin. So good.
So good. And
it's really tasteful as well. I really like how they've done a lot of the heirloom skins where it's like tastefully like sleek.
They're very creative.
It was it really felt like, because obviously the first Descendant came out. I don't know if you know anything about that game.
I've heard.
So a lot of people said that like the first Descendant was like Guna Warframe. And then Warframe was like, we can be Guna Warframe.
To be fair, dude, I've tuned in to some First Descendant stream.
Yeah.
Was not ready for the amount of
assets.
Exposure.
Yeah.
Yes, I was not. I was like, all right, I'll be back later. And that was crazy.
Have you heard that Nexon recently called the First Descendant unviable in the long term? They said it just wasn't pulling in enough numbers. Which is a shame to hear, because that's someone's favourite game.
It is a shame to hear. I don't wish I don't wish I do, like that positivity. I'm trying to doing my best to embody that around the clock. So, I would never wish bad on anybody.
Yeah.
A game, etc. Some of them do it to themselves. What was that new game that came out? Something?
Where Winds
I don't know. No, it was like a Apex game. Like the developers of Apex.
Oh, High Guard.
Yes, and didn't that do like really bad?
It was alive for like, I think it died quicker than Concord did actually, which is like that's the barometer now. Jeff Keighley's favorite
Some
game's
games.
already gone.
Some games just kind of, yeah, unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
Yeah. So how far have you gotten in Warframe then?
The entire base star chart has been completed for a long time. I slammed. I did the story a little too quick for sure. Wished I had saved off on it a little bit.
Yeah.
Because like I forget a lot of lore now. Like it's been a while. Like I'm a little forgetful too, so that does not help. But stormed through that. I didn't even. I avoided Steel Path for like the first 2 months, and ever since, I'm basically done the Steel Path star chart.
Yeah.
I'm now MR28. My dojo's complete. It's just like decoration phase, which we're all new to decorating.
Yeah.
That's just a process. I don't have a Kabat. I just did Coda Liches last week. We're gonna tackle the Sisters of Parvos today, if I could figure out who they are. And there's still so much to learn. It's a really deep game. And they're coming out with more.
It's crazy.
So
constantly new stuff.
I've had 2 things since I've joined. I've had the new war.
Yeah.
And now Foley. Which Foley, I'm not disappointed. I just expected, like, coming into New War, I expected a story.
Yeah.
Kind of, I guess. And not just the mission.
Yeah, for sure. Like, people have said that Foley, like, as new content was probably the weakest, like, like mid-season event we've had in a while. I'm inclined to agree. Jade Shadows, again, was a whole mission, back when we first got Jade. Right. And I was really looking forward to Foley because I really like her design. I like her principles. I like what she's based off of. And then yeah, we got a few chat sequences with a guy in a relay, and it was like, oh, fantastic.
Just a little underwhelming was all. I just thought there was going to be a story. I'm not disappointed. I think I am disappointed in the nerf to the mission. Making it easier. Made it
unfortunately, the masses had their say. People just cannot play Warframe without it being that complete power fantasy.
Right. I understand that, though. Like, I think a challenge needs to be issued at some point, though.
Yeah. Like, I wasn't completely zazzed by the mission when I first played it, but also, you can just accept that things aren't for you.
I have to grind this, or I have to buy this. I have to get this done once, or I have to spend my hard-earned plat. It's either or.
And at the end of the day, paying money to play less of the game is a bit, what's the phrase? Like, contradictory to, like, the game's philosophy.
I don't want to lead by example doing that. Like, I want to grind. I want to show everyone, like, big, like, if I'm becoming a bigger, like, I'm not a big streamer as of right now, but, like, I'm becoming bigger. I'm growing. And, like, everyone, if they see me doing it, instead of just buying it right away, they're like, okay, like, like, why don't I get that whole, like, negative concept of, like, I have to grind this crappy mission. Like, no, come on. Like, anybody will rotate groups. Like, let's do a couple missions with this group. Next group, let's do, like, just try to make it fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Try to help people.
So, we spoke a little bit about the Warframe community being, like, a really positive, like there's, like, force for good. But there is one downside to the Warframe community, and that's that they're really excited to talk about the game. Almost to the game's detriment. Have you ever experienced someone maybe accidentally or maybe even maliciously spoiling something for you in chat at all? It happens a lot.
I couldn't think of this particular situation, but my veteran buddy Defiant, who was, helping me out through the whole beginning phase.
Yeah.
Non-stop in the beginning. No spoilers. And it would happen like once in a blue moon where someone would come in and they would say something that was going to happen down the road. And it didn't click in my head. It's like, I would read it and just be like, oh.
Yeah.
And never understand. And then when I would get there, I'd be like, you know what I mean? Like, I would finally click. It's like, nothing ever been massive. I think the Warframe community like a lot of newcomers came in and even like realized where I was at.
Yeah.
And took it upon themselves to be like, there was a phase where they would be like, they would talk about the upcoming spoiler and they would do like parentheses and put blank. And they would do that all throughout the sentence of like the spoiler.
Yeah.
And it was really cool to see. Like, some now little things, but nothing ever crazy.
That's really good to hear. Like, one of the most annoying things about the Warframe community is that they do just love to talk about the game in streamers' chats. And then someone will come in and go, oh, have they got the drifter yet? Oh, have they discovered the secret of the Warframes and stuff like that? And people go, shut up! They're reading chat!
The worst I've gotten is too many people telling me how to build something at the same time. And I'll just literally pull an auto install and make everyone hate me for 5 minutes.
That's good, though. Like,
it gets overwhelming. You got a lot of people telling you how to mod it, and a lot of people start saying how to do it differently, and then their opinions start going at one another.
Yeah.
So it's all about just like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna make everyone mad. It's time.
And people seem to forget that there isn't one objective truth when it comes to building. At the end of the day, as long as you're clearing missions, that's all that matters.
Did you survive? Did you have fun?
Exactly.
Like, that's all I care about.
And it's like, it's the community that cares so much that it does tend to impede its own credibility. Because again, people go, they get really mad and they go, you're not having fun the way I'm having fun. You need to have fun this way. And it's like, dude, just let them make a crappy build. When they get power scaled out of the game, they'll innovate. You know, that's how we learn to be good at modding.
They'll start asking a lot more questions, and they'll want to learn more and whatnot. Like, you kind of just gotta. I learned, and my buddy would say it too, I learned everything the hard way.
Yeah.
I didn't want to listen. I thought I knew better. I'd be the first one to admit it. And you know, he laughed. He was always there to laugh at me.
Yeah.
When I slammed that brick wall, and then I was like, all right, bro, can you help me? And he was always just there to laugh. He's like, of course. Because he knew, like, I'm the type of person that had to learn the hard way.
Yeah,
just
for
who
sure.
I am.
You just gotta learn for yourself. And that's so respectable, though.
It's been a lot of fun.
Again,
It's been a lot of fun.
And it's like, a lot of these people in chat who are saying, like, oh, you should play this build. No, put this mod on. They don't even know why they're parroting that. They're just saying it because, like, a Warframe YouTuber they watch has told them to say that. And,
Right.
and they think they're helping. And in some ways they are. But realistically, not everyone just wants to watch, like, an MH Blackie video and just copy a build, you know?
Exactly.
So, out of all the Warframes you've played so far, which one do you think might need a tune-up or a bit of a fix, or maybe even a nerf, you know, if you want to throw a hot take out there?
All right, I got two here. Valkyr needs to be able to fly.
Yeah.
There's no reason why she can't fly. DE, we need to do something about that. Two, I'm tired of seeing Hildred in all of my missions. I know they just did something with the Enervate. I get she's a really good frame. You know, just loading into like a basic, like doing Kuvalidges. You know, like we're fighting like 50 to 75s. I just want to cruise through the mission, and next thing you know, I got an AC-130 humming next to my ear, just cruising down the hall, blasting everything, and I'm just like, well, I don't have to do anything for this mission. So it just gets a little, it's like, all right. So yeah, it's my hot take. Valkyr needs to be able to fly. Hildred, I don't know how to nerf her, you know, and like I don't want her to make him. I don't want them to make her a bad frame because she's obviously a really good frame. Like she's obviously really powerful. Like the whole thing is power scaling. So I don't know what they could have. I think Enervate might have been enough. She can't perma red crit anymore. I think that's pretty good.
Oh yeah, for sure. With her Balefire.
Yeah, I think that's more than enough. That's all I could ask for.
That's really interesting. I've never heard Hildred brought into this. A lot of people say like, oh yeah, just nerf Dante. So I'm really glad to hear like an original perspective.
I love Dante. Please don't nerf Dante. I want 100,000 overguard. Buff that man. Buff him, please.
Oh, you never played launch version Dante?
No. Why was he?
Oh my god. I was there on launch.
Could you stack?
So Dante didn't have line of sight checks when he was first introduced, meaning that your dark pages could inflict slash through walls. And this was back when slash was like
OP.
This was back like pre-damage rework. So slash bled everything to death, and You could do it through walls, you could do it through floors. So you just gave him the most range, like, humanly possible. And you just, like, he didn't even care about the overshield stuff. That was a plus.
I want to play that. I'm going to look up a video after this of that.
Yeah.
I really like watching these old videos. I like watching the Prime Access videos as well.
Yeah. But yeah, you could just, like, dark passage, and then use his 4 to, like, explode the 2 pages, and nothing lived. Nothing at all lived.
Holy shit. That sounds awesome.
Especially, it was really fun, and people were really mad when they gave him line of sight checks, but D did clarify he was meant to have those to begin with. He just, for some reason, they launched a dev build of him by accident or something.
That's so screwed up. They should have left it.
So, with your community, do you ever, like, find that the Warframe community can be a bit much for you then? You were talking about building before. Is that, like, something you struggled with before as opposed to now?
Yeah. I struggled a lot. I was in my head about it. Excuse me. I embarrassed or, like, nervous.
Yeah.
Anxious, all really good words. Embarrassed if I built wrong. Anxious to do it, and always nervous.
Yeah.
I just don't know as much as everybody. But, like, I stopped, you know, I want to say, like, the second month in, I stopped being so anxious and nervous, and I just started leaning more, learning more, doing it more off stream, and now I like doing it on stream the last month because I actually am capable of putting something decent together. And it's only a couple minor tweaks that somebody needs to point out, and then, like, everyone sees that light bulb click.
Yeah.
I think that's a really cool moment now. It's like we still see me progressively learning every day.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot of fun.
I mean, that's really good though. I love that for you.
Yeah. I like knowing what I'm doing, you know?
Yeah, for sure. So, you get 1 day at DE as the creative director. You get to sit at Rebecca Ford's desk. And you can add one thing to the game. Anything you want to the game, you can add it today. What are you adding?
Shawzins and the Coach Ojo.
Okay.
I need to be able to jam with my clanmates.
Okay, yeah, I get you now, yeah.
So, we call my dojo the Coach Ojo.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you can't hear Shawzins, like the guitars, in relays or in dojos, but you can only do it on missions.
Yeah.
Tell me it wouldn't be the most badass thing to have, like, a Friday night, you get the clan, Saturday night, get clanmates together, 3 participants go on stage and have to rip a crazy song of their choice.
Yeah.
And you got an audience watching, like, it'd be a whole performance, like, it would be changing out every week. I just think it would be so much fun for everybody.
Yeah.
Because, like, when I learned the Shawzins, I could have put it down for, like, a week. I just was, like, Guitar Hero in this game, and we just discovered Rocket League. Like, this game just has everything.
Yeah.
It's insane. I would definitely add Shawzins in the dojos.
Okay.
Right away.
I love that. That's such a good answer as well. Because, yeah, you should be able to just jam out and, like... I know it's meant to be for, like, noise griefing, but it should be a toggleable setting at least for, like, dojo admins.
It should be. I don't understand why we can't.
Yeah. I love that. So good. So, if you had one specific mission type that you had to play now, like, you had to pick one to be the only one you can only play forever, how many times do you think you'd make it through? Or how long do you think you'd be able to play that one game mode before you went, okay, I've had enough of this, I need to take a break?
I would... You know, a couple months ago, I'd say Void Cascade.
Mm-hmm.
I could do it non-stop.
Love Void
But
Cascade.
now I've gotten to the point where I'm just like, this shit's boring. I'd want to say Disruption.
Okay. Okay, wow, yeah.
Disruption's my favorite.
I
love it. I love Disruption. I don't know why. It just grew on me the last month. I just been saying it the last couple of weeks. And I actually think today we're going to level cap Disruption. We've been talking about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I can go, like, as long as, like, the vibes are good and, like, I can keep up with chat. Like, that's what I hate about, like, Void Cascades. Like, you can't really do that. But, like, with the Disruption, I could easily, like, pick up Gara. I call her Pocket Glass. build up a couple million worth of glass around me and just run around and do my thing. I love disruption.
Hell yeah, I love that. It's a really good game mode as well, because it's like super like, it's all about the teamwork, and that's when Warframe, I think, is like absolutely thriving, you know?
Yes. 4 people splitting up, and yeah, it's actually really cool. I actually never thought about it like that. Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So I asked all my guests this. I'm gonna ask you this: fuck, marry, kill, Saren, Ember, Valkyr.
I gotta fuck Ember. I gotta marry Valkyr. God, Saren, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I love Saren, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Valk's my girl. Ember's beautiful.
I can see the train of thought. Honestly.
I had to think for a second. That was a definite thinker.
Yeah. I was gonna change it up. I was like, oh, I shouldn't do the 3 same. But then you were talking about Valkyr earlier, and I was like, no, we're keeping it. We're keeping
yes,
it.
no, it was a good choice. Because I have to marry her. Because if I'm just fucking her, then I don't love her as much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a love guy. I can't do those one night stands.
Although fucking Ember, when you're marrying Valkyr, may end up very negatively with that Fury mechanic.
I might die and get ripped apart, and it wouldn't be worth it.
So, besides myself, a recurring joke, which Warframe content creator do you think deserves some time in the spotlight for their contributions to the game or community?
I want to get his exact name.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
So, one thing I've always tried since I started is separating myself by being original.
Yeah.
I've been through hell and back, and I just tried making sure that I'm just a normal guy.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been, a little bit better at video games, and I've always loved interacting with people. So I was always looking for that niche. Like, what can I do different? And
Yeah.
the answer was always just like, I could be me. I could lead. Like, I won't let everything that I've been through control me not succeeding, because a lot of people do give up, and I just refuse regardless of what I've ever gone through. And if I don't want to sit there and tell people, I hate those motivational speakers that if I could do it, you can too. It's just it's no, if I could do it, it's possible for you too, because I'm nobody special.
Yeah.
I'm just some 26-year-old guy dealt a shitty deck of cards of life, and I'm making the best of it.
Yeah.
And I just see, there's nothing special about me. So his name's Dens. I don't know why I can't find him on Twitch. He's a really good guy.
Okay.
I will give you his username later.
Absolutely.
When I I'm looking at him up all over, and I'm just getting a bunch of different people. I guess I'm just putting in the wrong thing. Oh, I got him right here. His name's Dens_93.
Dens_93.
Yes.
Okay.
He's been working. I think he's been streaming Warframe just a little bit longer than me.
Yeah.
He hasn't been going too long though. He just spiked from 3 to 4 to 5. My man's almost at 6. He's busting his butt. He's a good vibe. He's always just trying to be himself and be a little different. And I just, I love that. It's
Yeah.
that's the bet. That's the only thing we could do. It's just separate ourselves. It's just to be you. And he definitely deserves the spot in the limelight.
Hell yeah. So we'll link him in the description. I'll see anyone listening. If for some reason someone's listening to this as an audio only experience, please check him out. Dens_93.
Yes.
Amazing. Cool. We may even try and maybe contact him, see if we can get him on a little interview or something.
Hell yeah.
So, this might be a personal one for you, but do you see yourself streaming Warframe in the long term? Or do you have plans to move on to other things?
I see myself doing it in the long term. I don't think, as much as I struggled, and I was really ready to give up.
Hmm.
Warframe gave me not only this opportunity to partner push, but like a beautiful small family to build from, I would never turn away from it. But like, I also feel there would be a ceiling I hit at a certain point.
Yeah.
So like, I would have to branch out, and it would just probably be like a couple times a week, and I would always keep Warframe like the majority. I feel it's just I'm very much someone like, I've been going to the same barber for 7 years.
Yeah.
I'm a loyal guy. Loyalty runs deep. Like, if someone or something does, you know, something for me, I could not turn my back on that.
Yeah, for sure. That's really good to hear as well, though, because it means that your community
give me a lot of love.
Respect.
Yeah, a lot of respect, bro. They made me cry countless times, just from love bombing.
And like, I see they also do like those community nights as well. So Warframe's a really good game to play like with viewers, or like, you did like Repo Night the other night as well. So you're still doing other content as well, and like Rivals, obviously.
Right. I'm still branching out a little bit because I feel like just introducing it a little bit throughout the week will help. Yeah. Instead of like just like one day, like, you know, I get partner, and then like everyone's gonna be like, you know, say I'm on a different game and I start doing a little bit, and then people are like, oh, I don't want to give them like that. Oh, is he gonna switch up? Yeah. Possibility. Like, no, I'm just introducing everyone. Like, no, I have this interest. I wish, you know, Rivals wasn't as much as it was, or I would have always stayed pursuing it.
Yeah.
I had a lot of success in like posting for it beforehand. Never translated to stream. So always just be that interest.
Nice. And do you think you'd ever see yourself pushing to be like an official DE like Warframe creator? Yeah. That's the end goal, isn't it?
We just get started there. Yeah. I feel like I watch a lot of other streamers, and I just feel like a lot of things like Senadong, like he's so funny, and he's just so much fun. Same thing, like I just focus on fun.
Yeah.
You know, I just really do. I don't see it that being like, that's definitely a starting point, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm so hungry for this. I just don't see a limit.
Well, you know, here's to you getting that Twitch partner sooner than later. I can absolutely see it's on the way, you know?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, thank you. It's overwhelming to think about.
It's like, that's one of the things I wanted to bring up, was that like, I say you're going to get it in no time because your streaming schedule is crazy. Let's, you know, tell us about that.
So like I mentioned this right before we started recording, I had suffered 3 severed tendons and crushed nerves in my hand. I was unfortunately put out of work for like 8 months. I was legally not allowed to work. And instead of like not doing anything with that time, the very first couple months I had to relearn how to use my fingers. Like, I could not use my hand. I was in a cast. I was editing though. I had sat on such a backlog of videos. It's every day. Just editing, posting rivals. And I grew like exponentially. It was kind of crazy, like 1,000 followers in 3 months. And then just the whole hand situation kind of took its toll, and I pulled back from it. I wanted to separate myself from other people, and the only way I saw doing that was just putting in those long hours. Like, coming into streaming, like, I had asked my RL friends to support me, and like my real name's Zach. They made an account like Zach is a loser. Like, that's the support I got from my IRL friends. Like, I knew that this could be something, and I had so much faith in it. And I just wanted to separate myself, and I didn't see how. Like, in the beginning, I didn't have the assets and have like money. I was on console.
Yeah.
All I could do is just like be me and stream for fucking long amounts of time. And like, now it's starting to pay off. I'm hoping I can get away from that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a little too much of me is going to start hurting. And, you know, people aren't going to want to watch 8 hours every fucking day. It's crazy.
Yeah. it's still crazy. You've got to absolutely respect the grind of it though. Like I think every time I finished work, I've come online and you've been streaming, and I'm like, how does he do it?
I have so much fun, bro. You know, I tell them all the time, they are my family. I don't have, I don't have my parents. I don't have a strong family. I have my 2 aunts, and we're not even very close. So, like, you saw that message yesterday. Like, I was so nervous to tell them about this because one's very judgmental and one's very supportive. The one the entire time's like, can't believe people watch you play video games. And then the other one's downloading Twitch.
Yeah.
She's handing me her phone like, what's your account? So the way that everyone is just kind of giving me this hope and this love, it's so fucking hard to hit that end button sometimes. And it's just so hard. And
it's so good to have family on board. I recently, myself,
can't wait.
I can tell you now that Mama Chili's probably going to be watching this video as well. She commented on the Dongo interview, so it's crazy.
Hi, Mama Chili! Yeah. That's awesome! Let's go!
She's been, on it. It's crazy because, my dad and my stepmom, that side of the family, were like, ooh, it's sort of who wants to watch someone play video games type thing,
right.
when they spend all day watching, soap operas and football. But then my mum is, commenting on my video. She's messaging me on Facebook, oh my god, I watched your latest video, it's so good. And I'm like, this is crazy. What? This exists? People do that?
Hey, that's awesome.
And it's really good, like you said, to have someone handing you their phone going, what's your Twitch? Let me follow you, let me watch you.
I'm not very close with my aunts. The one raised me, the other one is, so my dad has 2 sisters.
Yeah.
He when she said that to me, dude, I just stood there, I was in shock, I just did not expect that. I cannot wait to see if she comes in the stream today, and everyone's gonna be so fucking excited to see her. I told her that. I was like, Aunt Diane, if you come into the stream, be prepared, you know. But to really touch on that really quick, my one aunt was judging me already. She's like, I probably wouldn't like the way you talk.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa. I don't let, everyone looks at it differently. I don't like the word bitch being used. Because it could be, there's no need. I just don't I don't like it when other men, I don't use it to call anybody one.
Yeah.
A something one. I just ask other people not to do it. And when I told her that, the look on her face, she was just like, and I was like, niece, you did raise me. It's like, you raised me. I was like, this is all, I'm not 16 anymore. I think that was a moment for her too. She kind of realized, I've grown from that. This opportunity is really cool.
And that's really good to hear, though. It's again, when you have people like that backing you, it's really important. So, in Warframe, it's a game about decisions. Do you think you've made any sort of silly mistakes or decisions in your time playing Warframe that you go back and think, maybe I shouldn't have done that?
Yeah, rushing a lot of stuff. Oh, and I bought Wukong. I didn't buy Wukong Prime. I bought base Wukong.
Oh, and he's a dojo frame as well. Oh, oh no.
I bought the Azotane. I bought base Wukong, and I thought I was on top of the world. I thought I had done the smartest thing ever. And I start upstream, and everyone's like, "How the fuck did you get that? Did you fucking spend money? Are you kidding me, coach?" So that was the biggest red flag I've given to the veterans of Warframe.
I mean, again, Warframe is a game of many potholes like that, though.
I don't know why I did it.
So, we are running very close to an hour, which has been amazing. That's sort of the time we hope to go for, but obviously, however long it goes is, a blessing. Every minute we're grateful for. So, right. I'm going to end this out just by saying, what is the one thing about Warframe that you think no other game does that really makes it special?
They listen to their community. I've never been a part of a game that's like, the devs play their game. That's very obvious. The devs love the game, and they listen to everybody, and that's just, I mean, that's going to carry them as long as they want, right? They're one of like the best live service, or I forget what they called it. Like a lot of the other games haven't competed with them, or like in the same genre, have all been falling off, or just don't have the same concurrent, just because like their devs are not the same as DEs.
Yeah.
They love this game, and in return, we love it too.
I think it goes all the way back to the Founders Program. Like, I don't know if you know much about that, but they literally couldn't get someone to publish the game. Like, I
didn't know that.
They were going from publisher. So this is back, we're sort of looking like 2012, 2011 time, when Warframe was still a seedling. And they could not find a single publisher that was interested in taking on their huge live service space opera. And in fact, that's why they made the game Dark Sector, because people were like, well, we really like the aesthetic and we like the tone. But people back then, in like 2018, so we had like Bulletstorm, people really liked a linear, over-the-shoulder action-adventure game, And that's why we got Dark Sector. They were like, we will fund a game, but it has to be how we want it and has to be following the current trends. And obviously, Dark Sector didn't do as well as they hoped it would do. And so they went... And so Steve Sinclair especially, Warframe's his baby. CEO of Digital Extremes. And he said, fuck it, we're going to make the game I want to make. I've had this vision in my head for so long, we're going to make it. And we're going to... that's what the founding incentives were for. You give us your money and we can actually make this game. And, we will thank you forever. And so those people who paid, and I'm talking hundreds of dollars back in 2013, they have the Excalibur Primes, Leto Primes, Skana Primes, stuff that has never come back, and they have their names on every relay and stuff. But that's what DE had to do, because no one would publish it. And I think that's why they have that absolute sense of commitment to their community, because without the founders we wouldn't have a Warframe.
I did not. That's fucking crazy. That's actually, so they took a shot.
Yeah,
they were like, hey, if you guys help, like you said, we're gonna love you and cherish us forever. And that's holy crap, bro, that's actually crazy.
They put everything on the table. They were like, if you guys can't fund this game, we don't have jobs.
And it fucking paid off dividends, man.
13
That
years,
is so cool.
13 years later, they still recognize their founders. Rebecca Ford remembers every person she meets. They go to 10 VIPs in person every year,
Yeah.
I remember the story about Rebecca being at she was a 10 she went to a 10 VIP in the UK, and she recognized someone in the UK that had come to a TennoCon in Canada. She was like, oh my god, I know you. And this person was starstruck, you remember me? She was like, I remember everyone,
It's just how much they care.
They love their community, because I feel like they do feel indebted everything to them,
Right.
But no, it's is there any final words you want to put out there? Where can we catch you? Where can we watch you?
I would love to multi-stream. I'm not doing elevator music. I'm a fun guy, all right? And Twitch, they got a little system that lets me play it, but if I streamed on YouTube and TikTok, they take it down. They silence me.
Yeah.
So I am posting on every platform now. I am doing clips every day, but I stream mainly on Twitch. I want to say a huge thank you to Chili. Thank you very much for having me, brother. This was absolutely amazing. I had a really good time chatting with you. You're a very good guy. And a huge thank you to Senator Dongo for giving me the shout out.
Very grateful. So, catch Coach over on twitch.tv/SubHimOutCoach. Thank you very much for being here today.
Thank you, brother.
Okay.